All right, guys. Welcome to today's session. Today we want to talk about rational expressions. Now, if you remember your fractions, for example, if you have 5/2, not an equal sign. If you have 5/2, it's an example of a fraction, right? Or somebody will say it's also a ratio, right? Which is 2/5. It's a ratio. So 2 divided by 5, you can say a fraction or division or ratio. Okay. Now, what if you have a polynomial? What if you have a polynomial divided by a polynomial? What do I mean by this? Polynomial divided by a polynomial. For example, let's say, what if you have 2x plus 3 divided by another polynomial? It can be any type of polynomial. So 2x squared plus 3x plus 1. Then we know that this is a polynomial. This is also a polynomial. Okay, so we say that the whole of this is called a rational expression. Okay, so rational expression is when you have a polynomial divided by a polynomial. Let's go take some examples. For example, if I have this fraction and I say simplify, if I say simplify, if I tell you to simplify this fraction, obviously what you do is to try to find or factorize, okay, find factors of 12. So two numbers that when I multiply, I will get 12, and the same two numbers or similar numbers. Okay, so 3 cancels 3, I end up with 4 divided by 5. Okay, so this is the simplest form of 12 divided by 5. Now, when it comes to rational expressions, we apply the same principle. So let's take x minus 1. X minus 1, the common factor is 1. And then we have 5x minus x. The common factor is 5. So if I bring 5 out, I'm left with x minus 1. Then this 2 cancels out, and we are left with 1 divided by 5. All right, so when you simplify question number 2, your answer should be 1 divided by 5. Now let's take question number 3. I want to use a different color. So question number 3, when we look at question number 3, the numerator, the common factor is 1. So you can bring 1 outside. 2n minus 3. When you look at the denominator, the common factor is 3. Okay, so over here, this cancels out, and we are left with 1 divided by 3. So question number 3, when you simplify, your final answer should be 1 divided by 3. Now, when it comes to simplifying rational expressions, you must always be on your A game when it comes to factorization. So you must remember your factorization. All right, now let's go look at question number 4. Let's take a look at question number 4. 3x minus 6. So that's a binomial divided by x squared plus x minus 6. That's a trinomial. Now, let's find the common factor of the numerator. Obviously, this is 3. Okay, now the denominator is a quadratic expression. So we can, if you have forgotten, let me just do a quick review for you. We look for two numbers that when we multiply, we get minus 6. When we add, we get positive 1. Okay, so that will be positive 3x and minus 2x minus 6. All right, okay. So we can rewrite as x plus 3 minus 2x plus 3. So x minus 2 and x plus 3. Okay, so we can rewrite the denominator as sorry, x minus 2, not x plus 2. Okay, x minus 2 and x plus 3. So we'll see that this cancels out and we are left with 3 divided by x plus 3. So when you simplify question number 4, applying your factorization, then you end up with 3 divided by x plus 3. Let's take another question. All right, let's look at question number 5. I think I'd like to divide the board and solve from here. So let's divide the board and let's solve from here. So question number 4. Now, when you look at question number 4, you can see that the denominator is, let's say, an inverse of the numerator in terms of sign. Can I do this? Tell me if this is correct or not. If I have x minus 3, can I say it's the same as -1 into bracket 3 minus x? Expand and see. Yes, we can rewrite it as such. Therefore, for question number 4, I can write my numerator or denominator, any of them you want, in this form. So I can write my numerator as -1, 3 minus x, or divided by 3 minus x. Okay, so 3 minus x cancels out and I'll be left with -1. -1. Okay, let's take, that's question number 5, not 4. Okay, so let's take question number 6. Question number 6. In question number 6, it also comes down to your ability to remember your factorization and your multiplication of binomials. We know that when we have okay, so applying this approach, we know that we can rewrite the numerator as 2 minus x into brackets 2 plus x. And when we take the denominator, the common factor is 7. So 7 out, x here minus 2. Okay, now look at this. This and this are the same, but one has a multiple of negative, a factor of -1. One has a factor of -1. So let's rewrite the numerator as -1, x minus 2, 2 plus x, and 7x minus 2. All right, so x minus 2 can cancel out, and we will be left with negative, the negative of everything, because the -1 is here. 2 plus x, or divided by 7. So when you solve this question, you end up with 2 plus x divided by 7. All right, I hope this video helps you. I'll see you again.